Commander Gaius is a really challenging boss in Elden Ring, so here is how to beat him using this easy build that I put together. So I didn't have my stats maxed out for the Blasphemous Blade, and this worked really well. So you can actually cheese the boss by running around into this corner here, and you can also sip a potion there while he's doing his charge attack. But the main thing about this boss is he's always going to be rushing you. At the start, it may be tempting to grab a heal, but as you can see, you're just going to continue to get hit. Now I buffed up with Black Flame Protection to give myself better physical damage resistance at the start before I entered the boss arena, alongside Golden Vow as well, just for the extra damage. As for the other cantrips, Eczykes Decay is a great one, but you can also put a weapon on your offhand, like the Anspur Rapier, to give yourself the Scarlet Rod on the weapon. And you can also give yourself Rot Pots to give to your Mimic, and they will throw them at the boss. So you want to get Scarlet Rot inflicted, because this is a long haul of a battle, and you got to play really defensive on this one. I think this is probably the second most challenging boss fight in the DLC. I just finished it, and just some general tips for this one is it has an extremely large hitbox, so you actually have to directionally dodge a little bit better than in other ones. And just picture the hitbox being literally the size of a bus, because you can get hit by the backside of this, and that is the hardest part about this fight. So you want to get your Mimic to tank and try to spread the aggro between the two of you and get Scarlet Rot inflicted. That is typically the best strategy. The Blasphemous Blade with the healing works great, but if you also have the Great Stars weapon, that's a good one too, because it can heal yourself. And you really want to have that health regeneration somehow. So even if you have the bestial regeneration, now I was just kiting it there for a while. That is typically once you get Scarlet Rot inflicted, you just want to kite the boss, because you can avoid the attacks a little bit easier on your horse torrent. So whenever it hits its second phase there, it's going to glow purple and then do this charging attack. Very similar to some other fights that you have in the DLC, but I'll leave that for you to discover. Now this next attack is the most frustrating one. You just have to run away from it. Don't be afraid to hop off of Torrent too if you need some extra invincibility frames, because when you jump off of Torrent, you're going to be able to be safer for longer. Now, whenever he gets down to his final bit of health, you got to keep managing the Scarlet Rot, because it will come off him at a certain point, and that's where you can use that Eczykes Decay. You can also, if your faith is high enough, you can use the Millennia Scarlet Aeonia attack, which is going to inflict it in an area, but I found that the Eczykes Decay was a little bit easier to target him with. So once he gets down to the final bit of health, I just found his aggressive attacks are starting to get to you, and you don't have many healing potions left. So this is where it gets down to the wire, and I found that just sticking back and letting the health tick down is the best strategy. Here's the build on how to beat Commander Gaius. So I don't even have min-max stats, 36 faith, and I was able to do that, but there it is. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video useful, please hit the subscribe button below.